Squeaky's on the windowsill, king of the throne. Charlie's got a feather toy, she's in her zone. Doobie's in the kitchen, knocking stuff down. 3 cats ruling this crazy little town.
Get a kitten, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Nobody said I'd have to sleep with my dang shoes on. That thing woke me up. It played with my feet. And I say that thing because I'm so mad at her right now. I was in a deep sleep. I was in a really good sleep. And started out with she was attacking my toes, so I covered them up. She attacked harder and harder. And she was biting and scratching and scraping my feet so hard for an hour. And I got up because she woke me up because it hurt and wouldn't leave me alone. And now I can't get back to sleep. The joys of parenthood. And I saw her. She was attacking the big guys too. She was running around slapping Squeaky up, slapping Charlie up. Charlie was hiding from her. Squeaky would just slap her back. So she thought he was playing. And then I sat there and I watched her climb up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down the big tall tower. I mean, that was like, if Sriracha was a zoomie, that's what she had, the Sriracha zoomies. Just hot. Jeez. I swear it, man. Not so confident with those on my feet, are you, huh? What are you going to do about that? Huh? Huh? Not so confident, eh? Those bare toes, man. Yeah. You're a brat. Do you understand that? You know how I said in last video how I moved around a lot like this? And I said they were some involuntary jerks? Here's the face of an involuntary jerk. Soak that in. Involuntary jerk. You. Now she's asleep, like she did absolutely nothing. Good morning, how you doing? I'm doing okay, I guess. I'm fighting off a migraine. That's why it's so cool today. No, it's one of them migraines that hit me. Like, it's hit me right here. It's not going away. And I got nausea from it. I usually don't get nauseated from migraines. And I think the migraine I'm actually fighting has either 4, 6, or 12 legs. I got 3 cats, so 12 legs. Almost positive that a lot of it's stemmed from her. I made a short about it. She woke me up at about 1 a.m. She started playing with my feet like she usually does. With the little needles. Get off me. I could try to go back to sleep. She intensifies. And it's to the point where she is biting and scraping and scratching my legs and my feet to the point where I have my shoes on in bed. I was sound freaking asleep. Sound asleep. And this thing wakes me up, tearing my feet apart. This little tiny thing. I was so mad. However, what's it been? It was 3 days yesterday that was raining. Today it's expected to rain a little bit. Tomorrow they're expecting a nasty thunderstorm. That's honestly where I think the migraine's coming from. And these sunglasses are helping so much. I wouldn't have them on, but I realize this time of day you can't see me in the video. And who wants to sit and listen to a dismembered voice? Like, ooh, Auntie's haunting us. No, you'll know when I'm doing that. You'll hear a phantom fart. You'll be like, must have been Aunt T. Pam's gonna go, must have been Marilyn. It's a joke between us. And I don't have time to really explain it except for it was stemmed. All right, I do have time to explain it. We were hanging out. I don't even know what we were doing. Maybe it was the night before we went to Chicago. Because we all rode to Chicago in the back of a truck one year. And Pam makes fun of me because I would take pictures. But what I took pictures of was yellow taxi cabs and bums. She's like, why do you take pictures of all of that? I says, because I've never seen them before. I never saw a bum before. It's probably making a catalog. This is the first one I'll date. That's the next one I'll date. That's the third one I'll date. I guess I'm done before that one. And yellow taxi cabs? She knows this too, but she also had been to bigger cities before I had. I had actually, when I was 16, I'd gone to California. I didn't see any taxi cabs around there. I didn't even see anything that I thought was a bum. But you got there are street performers. The street performers are the bums. They're out there singing for their bread, singing for their breakfast. But I didn't realize I was looking at bums. Probably junkies too. I was 16, I didn't know. I also walked onto a nude beach back then too. My grandaunt brought me to California when I was 16. My sibling was 18, but she sat at the point in time that she'd gone. But she says, I wanted to get your trip in to see where I live before I pass away. So I got to go when I was 16. Oh, was she mad about that? Oh, I had to wait till I was 18 and she got to go when she was 16. I'm breathing. That's why she hates me. I'm breathing. I have a few people that are like that. Oh, she's still breathing? Gosh, I hate her. Guess what? I'm breathing out of spite just because you hate me. Peace. Oh. So, I'd never seen a yellow taxi cab in person. So I don't even remember how old I was. I had to have been like 19 or 20. Because I think I moved out of mom and dad's house at 19. I don't know. She was making fun of me for taking pictures of that. She's like, why? I don't know. I mean, at that point in time, we didn't even know autistic. The first time I ever heard the word autistic, I thought somebody was saying the word artistic funny. And I'm like, I don't get that word. I don't understand it. What are you talking about? And I don't even remember the first time I had heard it, but I was just like, what the heck are you talking about? This artistic kid. So show me the paintings. And then all of a sudden, autism is everywhere. We all got it, man. We're all autistic. Oh, Squeaky over there by my feet. Are you waiting for me to feed you? Probably. Oh, these sunglasses feel so good with that. My head. Well, I also took, because I was hungry, and the migraine just hit. So I started eating. Here's his favorite word. I started eating. And then all of a sudden, just bam. And it's right here. It's right here. It goes down here into the eye, into the ear, into the shoulder. And that's how I know it's not just a headache, but a migraine. And it hurt. It hurt. So what I did is I took 2 Excedrin, which I don't know the purpose of those because I'm drinking coffee all the time anyway. So it's just aspirin with caffeine. But they're like FM, and they work. Like I said, FM means freaking magic. But I took 2 of those, and for the nausea I took some motion sickness pills. You guys, I'm gonna have to resume this when I can turn the light off and my head hurts less. I have to close my eye right now. It's hurting so bad. I will talk to you in a minute. For you, it'll be a second. For me, it's going to be a few hours, probably. I really didn't finish the Must Have Been Marilyn story. One of the gal's mom's name was Marilyn. And I don't know why I picked her out of the crowd, but somebody yelled, "Ew, gross! Somebody farted!" And I go, "Must have been Marilyn." So it's a joke between me and Pam. Every time we hear a phantom fart, must have been Marilyn. Oh yeah, walking onto the nude beach too. She brought me to, I think it was called Half Moon Bay. It should have been called Full Moon Bay. And I was walking on the beach and trying not to step in the weird loogies on the beach, which I found out were jellyfish. I didn't know that. We don't have jellyfish in our lakes. I didn't see them on the beach before. So and walking around, head down, looking at stuff, and I look up and there's this dude. And he's standing there naked. He goes, "Hello, how are you?" I said, "I'm not supposed to be here." And I turn around and I walk back. My grandaunt was like, "I was so worried about you." She said, I thought the tide came and got you. You don't know how to get out of the water when the tide comes, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, "No, but somebody was naked down there." She says, "Oh, let's go find something else to do." There we go again. I didn't finish that sentence again. The autistic part. And taking pictures of bums and taxi cabs is not what you normally do on a vacation. That's another thing, and that's why she's like, why do you do that? I don't know. But that's another thing that I thought, that's not normal, Tressa. You might be autistic. You might be autistic if your name is Tressa. Uh, um, so that's another statement in a 7-minute little video. I could not finish 3 statements. Left you hanging on all 3 of them. Might be more. Think I slept the migraine off, or it happens to be a little bit under control from the medication that I took. Because my ears are still ringing and I'm still feeling kind of like I want to throw up, but the pain isn't there right now. So I can't tell you that it's going to stay like that. So I might probably go take some more Excedrin. That's a hard word to say. It's a real hard word to say. But I could take some of that and make sure it just stays away. Because like I said, it feels like sinus pressure real bad right now. Not like not like pain right now though, but I feel it in my sinuses. I could feel tingling. Which is the migraine still. Because it's where I start feel, like I said, it starts here. And then it goes down into my eye, into my ear. Then all of a sudden, this whole side aches. And then it's pulsate, like sore here. But I've never ever that I remember felt nauseous with it. And I feel it here still. And for some reason, and I'm not stressed out, they say that can be a stress migraine. What am I stressed out about? Except for she woke me up in the middle of the night, but my bladder wakes me up in the middle of the night too. And I don't get stressed out about that. Of course, my bladder also doesn't try to eat my feet when I'm alive. That one does. Charlie Puff, the mama love you. Somebody's getting her mama time. You get your mama time. Is that baby? Is she over there messing with stuff and you don't like that? I saw you playing with her. I saw him playing with her. I saw you both had the zoomies and you were all wrestling. You grabbed the first cat and just started royal rumbling with him. I really ought to. Actually, I should go take those pills now that I made her move. I had to go to the bathroom. So I was like, Charlie, you need to move. She wasn't happy with me about it, but she did. So I'm going to go take all my pills. I took them. Itchy. This is not Sprite. It is water. I reuse my bottles. But I have 2 other ones in the fridge. Because I tried chilled cherry lime. Which I don't know what the chill part is. It did taste a little more cool. Like colder from the fridge than other sodas did have. But I wasn't really like, okay. And then I looked online and people are dubbing it the Shirley Temple drink because of the cherry in it. It does taste a little bit like a Shirley Temple. So I wasn't like totally impressed, but it was a nice enhancement to my mocktail. And I also tried the tropical fruit one again. It's a mild flavor. It's not anything that's going to be like, wow, wow, it's a subtle, that's different. So if you enjoy subtle, that's different, I'd try the different Sprite flavors. But anyway, and then there's a water bottle full, just a recyclable bottle like this, full of water in there. I just put them in there. If it's gonna be a hot day, I just put them in there and grab them during the day and drink a cold water and then refill them. Why not? I know that the water can break down over time, and this is why if you read on the back of your water that you have bought from the store, it will say sodium bicarbonate. It may say sodium bicarbonate. And some of them, like Dasani, I can taste the baking soda in it. But what that does is it keeps the plastic from breaking down so fast. And basically, I guess, keeps the water fresh. But yeah, you're not getting just water. And sometimes though, they'll just go, oh, well, we put in nothing because it's spring water. But yeah, Dasani, I can definitely taste the baking soda in. So, oh, I think Charlie's scouting me out. She has been like this all night long, that little baby. Play, frickin' play, frickin' play, frickin' play. And here comes Charlie. I can't pick up my crochet without Charlie. Charlie, you are a brat. Here we go. I guess we're stuck with you. Come on. Come here and get your cuddles. It's come and get your love time. Come and get your love. Casey and the Sunshine Band. That was one of my favorite songs when I was a kid, just because the down, no, no, down, no, no, down, no, 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 no. I'll probably get copyrighted for that. I probably shouldn't say that. No, I didn't get copyrighted when I sung Doobie's name to the Scooby-Doo song. So, they didn't do that, because I went back and I watched. I was like, well, I wonder what they did to the tune. So, I don't know. Whatever. They might copyright me, they might not. I don't think it really matters until you start reaching into their wallet and asking for money for showing your face on the boob tube. It ain't YouTube, it's boob tube. Wait a minute. Should I be getting paid for that? Come and get your love, Puff. Come on. Raid me. Hey, wow, that is like the greatest angle in the world, man. Hi, man. Oh. But yeah, I liked that riff. And I probably shouldn't have been singing that when I was a little kid, but I also sang Jeremiah Was a Bullfrog. And I helped him drink his sweet wine when I was a kid. And then Mom, she tried to change it when we were in Girl Scouts because she would sing it. And I think that was a Girl Scout song. But, I mean, I know it wasn't in the beginning, but I think it was like something that they traditionally sang because it was a fun song. But she changed it to soda. She said pop. Help him drink his sweet pop. Maybe she said soda. I don't know. She said something about something that wasn't alcoholic so that it sounded appropriate. Yeah, you look all innocent, like you're all afraid of her and everything else. And you all, every one of you had the zoomies last night. All three of you were wrestling together. All three of you. It was a triple match. I used to watch Raw and SmackDown till I got really tired of the bad acting. The really bad acting. And then plastic Barbie doll standing up going, I want to be a role model for all the little girls. Yeah, that can't accomplish what you did without money and surgeries. Got kicked off of Instagram for telling a few of them that. How can you be a role model for little girls when you can't feel good about yourself and stand up and be who you are with the face you were given and the body you were given and not have to go and slice and dice it? I got kicked off of Instagram. Like, they know my IP address and they're like, no, we don't want you back. I think I got kicked off of Twitter for that too. But I don't care how big a person is. I don't care what kind of semi they think they can pull. They're not all big and bad. They're not all this, and that. Again, they're celebrities. They're actors. And I don't trust them. And I'll tell anybody that. Obviously, like I said, I kicked off of 2 platforms for it. They don't like being told that. I mean, okay, sure, you can get yourself some self-confidence after you've been carved into the sculpture that the doctor put you into. Because said Hollywood's got everyone in Hollywood's got the same face. They all look the same. And you know why? Because they choose the same look. When they go into their little doctor and get their nose all broken and stuff, they choose the same look as everybody else. It reminds me of, I don't remember if it's part 1 or 2, Alice in Wonderland with Johnny Depp, which he's one of the ones that hasn't, that I know of. He might have. I don't know, get as old as worn looking as he is now. He may have had it done when he was younger, but he ain't having nothing done now. Which, something to be proud of. Everybody ages. Everybody ages. There are a few actors on Hollywood that, and I can't remember which ones they were, man and woman, that have said, I am not the same person I was. I age. People do. And I think he's one of the ones. That whole thing with him in the court, really, I mean, I watched it live on YouTube and stuff through the court cameras. So it wasn't like acting, like it wasn't a script. They may have been acting. That whole thing disgusted me. He was one of my favorite actors. And I decided that they were both pretty crappy to each other. Like, if she wasn't starting something, he was. Like, even, I don't care what she said to him. You don't slam bottles next to somebody and pretend you're going to hit them. They were both abusive to each other. They were both in the wrong. They're both toxic people. So I can't say I don't like her for what she did, pooping in his bed. I mean, I probably would have pooped on his pillow. To tell you the truth, I'd have left it on his pillow, like a cat. And I can't say I love him because she did that to him, because he did something to make her do it. They were both in the wrong. So I don't have a respect for any of those. One man, two, well, most of the ones I had respect for have passed away. One man has not. Morgan Freeman has never done anything that I have heard of shady or disgusting. So, from what I haven't heard from him, I still have respect for the human being that I think he is. Again, he's an actor. He could be pretending. Oh, Captain Picard, that old guy. They're all friends. Ian McKellen, is that how you say his last name? Captain Picard. And Morgan Freeman. I can't. My brain's not remembering stuff. Those three, I haven't heard anything bad about, ever. Like shady or otherwise. Just that they are decent human beings. So what I've heard about them and what I've seen in the actions that they have done. Oh, and Steve Buscemi. I will love that man till the day I die. And I don't care what you think he looks like. He stopped being an actor to go help in 9/11 in his old firehouse. Because he was a fireman before he was an actor. That man, okay, so there's 4, and they're men, which is weird because I don't trust men. But those 4 people in there, except for Steve, he's probably 60 or 70 or something like that. Tablet. Oops. Those 4 men, Morgan Freeman will forever be God to me. He was God in was it Bruce Almighty? I think it was Bruce Almighty. But it's like that was like the perfect role for Morgan Freeman. How old is Steve Buscemi?
67 years old.
Holy man! He's looking good, actually, for his age, for 67. He's looking good. Get the ring light out of his face. That ain't looking good. And he didn't get no augmentations. You could tell that. You could tell he didn't do it. He's a beautiful man. He's a beautiful man. And honestly, if that one came up to me and said, "Hey, Tressa, you want to go out on a date?" He's probably married, but I'd be like, "Sure. Absolutely." Bina told me about that. She's like, "I have a big crush on this dude." I poo-pooed it off because she has a big crush on anything that's got a masculine part. So I'm like, all right, it's a guy, you got a crush on him. Of course you're loving him. But then I heard all about him through the news and all that stuff, because it was a all of a sudden, oh, this guy, him? So she told me all about how good a person he was. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Again, that man I will love until the day either he dies or I die. Those are, like I said, the what is it, 4? I've never heard anything bad or shady about or seen through media. Like I said, they may do that stuff, but I've never heard it. I don't fall for people's looks. Do I have a reason to be picky about the way somebody looks? I do fall for, but I got a great personality. Yeah, you do. I like that. However, it does help. It helps if they're good looking. Doesn't matter though. But over time, with a personality like that, I don't see the surface. I see the fun, the laughter, the time they spend, the genuine nice good soul. That's what I see. I see these two things right here. Those. Ooh, extreme close up. You can see all my pores, and you can see the fact that I need. Actually, I need some Biore strips. But and somebody's eyes will tell you if they're a good person or not. Even the ones that have had them augmented. Because I can look at a picture of you and say, that's a nice picture. Now what's wrong? But I'm smiling in the picture. No, you're not. You have the facade of a smile, but your eyes are still sad. What's wrong? Some human beings don't like me to be able to read them like that. But I can read you. There are a few that I cannot read. And they happen to be family members. I don't know how they're feeling. I don't know how they're going to act or react that day. None of that. So I can't guarantee you that I could read you. But most generally, I'm spot on. Well, I'm having breakfast, so obviously the nausea has subsided a bit too. I did take some more motion sickness pills. Now, they said you get nausea because your blood pressure rises when you have a migraine. I don't know. I don't have a blood pressure cuff. So, but I'm also feeling, I'm feeling like I could have had a good time last night. I didn't. The only ones having a good time last night was them 3. My 12-footed migraine. Squeaky's at the end of the bed hoping I'll put a blanket over my legs and he can lock me down. No, thank you. Not right now. I got stuff to do while this is subsided. I don't know if it's supposed to rain today or not. Tablet. $57. Oh, yeah, at 9 a.m. What time is it now? It is 9:35. It says it's supposed to rain, but it didn't. It says at 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. it's supposed to rain. Tomorrow it's supposed to have a thunderstorm. And then Wednesday. And then Monday. That would be where the migraine's coming from. Also says that Sunday is going to be 90. And Monday is going to be 88. And today is going to be 74. Here. There we go. There's our weather forecast, guys. And this, that, and that. Those are the reason why my head is blaring right now. Yay! And it's been like that my entire life. It's somebody tried to say, only she gets migraines. I don't. Those aren't migraines. Those are just headaches. I get migraines. I better stop that. Tummy's feeling yuck again. So, Auntie's going to stop eating it. I try not to show on camera those kind of motions. Just because some people are sensitive to even that. So I try not to show on camera those kind of motions. Which is very hard for me to do because I have a very expressive face. If Charlie's hissing at her now. Quit faking. But anyway, you know exactly what I'm thinking and feeling when you look at the expressions on my face. I could tell you I'm absolutely fine. No, I'm not absolutely fine, and you could tell I'm not absolutely fine because the way my face looks. So it's very hard for me to mask if something is unpleasant because it's usually a unpleasant reflex. But again, I know people are sensitive to even seeing somebody feel not good. So I think Pam opened up the notions box. I don't know if she did it on camera, but I know that, and I might be telling her secrets, but I don't think very many. Actually, I'm pretty sure some people come over here from her channel because everybody wanted Auntie to have her own channel. I don't know as if she opened it on camera, and I don't know if I could tell you what she found in it, but it's pretty darn neat. Oh. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where I got this water from, when I got the water from. It being the brand it is, I think it's from Family Dollar. Chestnut Hill. Usually a Family Dollar. Purified water, calcium chloride, sodium bicarbonate. Again, the bottle is from the store. The water's from my tap, my filtered tap. So, and I just refilled the other one and put it in the fridge so it could cool down and be cold for me. It had about that much water left in it. I know some people who drink them halfway down, and it's just water. Drink them halfway down and leave them sitting. I know about 3 of them that do that. But, so they think I'm weird for refilling them and drinking them all the way down. And I think they're weird for not drinking them all the way down. City mouse and country mouse, I guess. Of course, we're both country mice. Just different. I'm a northern mouse and she's a southern mouse now. I said something about, I kept saying something about places here and that and another thing. And she's like, you act like I didn't grow up here. I says, yeah, but you're not from here no more. I says, you went down there over 20 years ago and you had children. You are now a southern woman. Leave me alone. And I also told her something else. I told her a lot of stuff. I tell a lot of people a lot of stuff. Oh, I also said to her that even though I live here, things have changed on me. So 20 years ago, things might have changed on you. So I'm telling you what I know about now. I like just after that, I'm like, well, that building's new right there. And within the past couple of years, so. And she's, all right. No, you're not from here now. You're from here 20 some years ago. I keep wanting that, but yeah, I'll have the water. There's my coffee cup waiting for me. It's just even the coffee's making me have a tummy ache, and coffee is acidic, so it's going to give you a tummy ache whether you want to or not. Let's see. I was wrong about them adding those things to the water to keep the bottle from breaking down so fast. I thought it said, why does bottled water have calcium chloride and sodium bicarbonate? They add calcium chloride, magnesium sulfate, Epsom salts. Epsom salts loosen things up on both ends. So they will help you get rid of foreign objects either way. Potassium chloride or bicarbonate and sodium chloride or bicarbonate. The reason they remove and then re-add back these minerals is that way they get a product with a consistent taste. Yeah, it all tastes like salt. And it all tastes like baking soda. And you know what baking soda does? If you put that in water, like enough of it, like a tablespoon of it, and you melt it in water and you drink it, makes you burp. It makes you burp and it makes a sour acid stomach go away. That's why you go drink a Pepsi or a Coke. I say Pepsi. Pepsi's the one that worked for me. It seems to have more bubbles in it. Root beer didn't, but Pepsi does. Cats. But yeah. Oh, let's see if we can make this look great today. There we go. Oh. And yes, Coca-Cola used to have cocaine in it. And that's why it's called Coca-Cola. And they absolutely were medications. Sodas were medication. Matter of fact, I read a story about some kid, something, and he said, give him a Pepsi. He'll be okay. They were not junk food. They were not something to be, I mean, the stuff that they had in them, you didn't consume those on a daily basis, and you didn't do it 6 or 7 times a day. It wasn't until they took the drugs out of it that it became a fun time. It became a fun time for a few people before that. I'm looking to see if that's cotton over there, and I don't think it is. I'm watching Charlie. It looks like she's trying to get outside. And she can't get outside through that window. Oh. So, I'm not feeling great today. I think I'm just going to end the vlog after itching about the cats and my migraine. I'll probably call it that. Itching about my migraine. Well, boo-hoo. People have it worse than you. I know people that don't like that saying. Because people do have it worse than me, but I am suffering. So why can't you validate what I'm feeling? Well, why do I have to validate what you're feeling? Why can't you validate what you're feeling? You don't need to seek other people out to validate you. You just be you. So I personally say it to myself that people do have it worse than me. I actually have a house, a place to live, all sorts of stuff. I have all the basic needs. Some people don't. And I have to sit there and remind myself of that. If I'm complaining about this, that, and another thing, some people don't even have that. So, and no, I'm not invalidating my feelings. I'm making sure that I keep myself in check. Are you frivolously complaining about stuff just to be an old bat? So anyway, I am going to end the vlog right now. I'm sorry it may be a short one. I might find some other footage or something. But I have to get it out there, and I have to get you guys a video, or Pam's going to be knocking at my messenger going, where's my Tressa video? Huh? I'll be like, go videotape your chicken. You named it Tressa. All right. I will see you later. You have a good day. Bye.